Bee colonies are already under pressure from parasites and pesticides, but the long wet winter has hit them especially hard. This year they've suffered the worst losses since the winter survival surveys began. The British Beekeepers Association says 3 years ago the winter killed off 14% of English honeybee colonies. The following year saw losses of around 16%, but this year the survey shows that more than a third of honeybee colonies didn't survive the winter. The problems began last summer when wet weather prevented bees from gathering as much pollen and nectar as usual. That lack of nutrition hit the specialised bees which help a hive through the winter. Many queens too were unable to mate effectively, which caused their colonies to die out. And that's a problem for all of us. We rely on bees to pollinate crops, of course. And back in 2008, when bees were also hit hard by the weather, fruit growers saw lower yields. That meant higher prices for local produce. The lack of bees doesn't bode well for English honey either. Most beekeepers are anticipating lower production than usual, and it could get even worse if the weather fails to improve. Richard Lister, BBC News.